In this chapter, we will be learning about the distributive property and applying that knowledge to multiplying two-digit numbers. On this page, we explore how the area models and the distributive property are similar. So when I'm deciding how to make this area model from one large rectangle to 4 sections, in order to simplify finding the total area as well as solving for the multiplication problem, I have to break down the numbers or decompose the numbers into tens and ones. So 24 will be broken down to 20 and 4, and 13 we'll break that down into 10 and 3. Now we multiply the side and the top. So this would be 10 times 20. This is 10 times 4. Then you go to the other number on the side, which is 3. 3 times 20 and 3 times 4. Finally, we solve for those multiplication problems and add all the products together to find our answer. This would be 10 times 20 would be 200. 10 times 4 is 40. 3 times 20 is 60. And 3 times 4 is 12. I line up all my answers and add them up, making sure that I have the place values, the digits in the place value aligned. Now, let's go to the next page and see how the distributive property relates to our area model. At the top of the page, you see find the answer to 17 times 25. The very first step is to break apart 25. That is similar to what we did in the area model. We broke apart the two numbers into tens and ones. Here, they broke it apart into tens and ones also. 20 and 5. 20 plus 5 makes 25. Okay, let's see what the next step is. Now they are distributing the 17 to the 20. So they're multiplying 17 times 20. And then they are distributing the 17 to the 5. So they're saying 17 times 5. And when we add those together, we will find our answer. But you know what? Just like in the area model, they broke down both numbers. So here we're going to break apart or break down or decompose 17 in tens and ones. So we have 10 and 7 for 17. So this 17 is being broken down into 10 and 7. And we're still going to multiply that answer by 20, just like we did on top. Here, again, they break down 17 into 10 plus 7. And they continue to multiply that by 5. We are going to use the distributive property again and distribute 20 to the 7, and we're going to multiply or distribute the 20 to the 10. So here we have the 10 times 20, and then 7 times 20. On the other side, they distributed the 5 to both numbers. So 10 times 5, that's this one here, and 7 times 5. Now, all the multiplication that I have left to do is a lot easier than what I started with. 10 times 20 is 200. 7 times 20 is 140. 10 times 5 is 50. And 7 times 5 is 35. I add all of those products together to get my final answer. I rewrote them over here to make it easier for me to add, and my answer was 425. Therefore, 7 times 25 is 425. Let's review that one more time. I began with 17 times 25. And just like my area model, I'm going to break down each of these numbers into tens and ones. I'm going to begin with any number, but here they began with 25, and they broke that down as 20 plus 5 makes 25. Then they distributed the 17 to 20 and to 5, and they wrote 17 times 20 plus 17 times 5. They broke down 25, but now they need to break down 17. So the following step, they broke down 17 into 10 plus 7. This 17 is broken down right over here, 10 plus 7. But notice, we still have to multiply that 17, except now it's 10 plus 7. We still have to multiply that by 20. So make sure that you bring everything else down. And finally, they distribute the 20 to the 7 and the 10, and the 5 to the 7 and the 10. So here you have 10 times 20, 7 times 20, 10 times 5, and 7 times 5. When I find those different products, I add them together to get my answer. I can think about this by saying break apart, distribute, break apart, distribute. Let's take a look at number 1. I have the problem 32 by 9 times 9. I know I'm going to break apart first. I see they already started that for me, and they broke apart the 19 into 10 plus 9. I break apart, I distribute. So I'm going to distribute the 32, and I'm going to write 32 times 10, 32 times 9. They already did that for me. 32 times 10 plus 32 times 9. Okay, so we break apart and distribute. And then we break apart. Here they broke apart 32 into 30 plus 2. 32 again into 30 plus 2. But I can't forget that I'm multiplying that by 10. And I'm multiplying this 32 by 9. On this side, I'm distributing the 9, and I'm going to say 9 times 30 and 9 times 2. Here I have my 9 times 30 and my 9 times 2, or you could say 30 times 9 and 2 times 9. Time to solve my multiplication problems. Let's see. 30 times 10 is 300. 2 times 10 is 20. 30 times 9 is 270. And 2 times 9 is 18. I now have to add to find my final answer. I wrote all of the add-ins here on the side to help me organize my work. And if I make a mistake, I can easily see where that occurred. My answer is 608. 608 is the answer to 32 times 19. Let's take a look at this model real-life question. The dunk tank at a school fair needs 350 gallons of water. There are 26 students in a class. Each student pours 13 gallons of water into the tank. how many more gallons of water are needed for a dunk tank? So putting this into my own words, I know that there is a fair at school and they have a dunk tank. The dunk tank holds a certain amount of water. The students are helping to pour water in, and there are 26 students. Each of them, they're going to help pour water into the dunk tank, and it is a certain amount. But I guess it's not enough because it says how many more gallons of water are needed for the dunk tank. So let me write down what I know. The dunk tank, I put dunk T, can hold or needs 350 gallons of water. There are 26 students, and each student is going to pour 13 gallons of water. That word each is important. It's telling me that I need to multiply. This is a multi-step problem. But first, I need to find out how much water they poured in. Then I can find out how many more gallons of water are needed. So I need to solve 26 times 13 first. I am going to break apart and then distribute. So let's break apart one of these numbers. Okay, I'm going to break apart 13 into 10 and 3. I know 10 plus 3 equals 13, but I still need to multiply that by 26. So we have break apart and now distribute. I'm going to distribute the 26 to the 10, and I'm going to distribute 26 to the 3 by saying 26 times 10, 26 times 3. And I still have to remember that I have to add those answers together. Okay, so I have 26 times 10, 26 times, 3. Okay, so I break apart, I distribute, and now I need to break apart. I'm going to break apart 26. I'm going to break apart 26 into 20 and 6, or 20 plus 6. So let's see, this becomes 20 plus 6. I still need to multiply that by 10. So I have 20 plus 6 times 10 plus 20 plus 6 times 3. Okay, I'm going to check in with myself again. I broke apart, then distribute, break apart, and now I need to distribute. I need to distribute the 10 to the 6 and the 20. So 10 times 6, 10 times 20. And the 3, I need to distribute it to the 6 and the 20. 3 times 6 and 3 times 20. So now that I distributed the 10 and the 3, I have 20 times 10, 6 times 10. And I have 20 times 3, 6 times 3. I have to solve all of those multiplication problems and add the products together to find my answer. So 20 times 10 is 200, plus 6 times 10 is 60, plus 20 times 3 is 60, plus 6 times 3 is 18. Now I need to add all of that together. I like to write my addition problems vertically or on top of one another and place value by place value so that I don't make silly mistakes. And this is 8, 13, and 3. Therefore, 26 times 13 equals 338. If I go back to the story, I know that I multiplied 26 times 13 because I wanted to find out how many gallons of water the students poured into the dunk tank. There were 26 students and each of them poured 13 gallons. So in total, they poured 338 gallons. 338 gallons. But that's not the question. The question is, how many more gallons of water are needed for the dunk tank? The way they're asking me that, I already know that I guess the students didn't have enough water. So I am going to subtract to find the difference, or how many more. Okay, I can't do 8. I can't do 0 take away 8. So I'm going to borrow from my neighbor. This becomes a 10. Now I can do 10 minus 8, which is 2. I have 4 minus 3, which is 1, and 3 minus 3, which is 0. I need 12 more gallons, or we need 12 more gallons to fill the dunk tank. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful in solving multiplication problems with 2 digits using the distributive property. Bye.